share our love story. So we're gonna share how we met and then answer some other questions that you guys were wondering about. So.
We're in the middle of a YouTube. You're gonna be on the vlog, bro.
Yeah.
With my face.
Yeah.
Sorry for the brief interruption. So how we met. Should I go first, do you think?
Yeah, you start
Okay,
first.
so I'm gonna tell my version of the story and then he's gonna tell his because sometimes we like don't see eye to eye on how our little stories align. So, okay, this is my version. Okay, so a few years ago, I was doing this internship down in Puyallup at this church called Puyallup Foursquare Church. And I had like heard about Brandon before and his best friend Shaddai because they would come sometimes. And I would always like tell everyone like, oh, Brandon's really cute. Like, does he have a girlfriend? And like everyone would say no. Like, I don't know why though.
I was waiting for the right one. I was waiting for the right one.
That's it.
Yeah.
Sure. So I ended up like going to his church a year later or so and seeing him and like thought he was really cute, and so we'd always say hi to each other and stuff, but like nothing would really happen like past that. So he DM'd me one day because I was moving to Portland at the time to nanny for my sister, and so I was asking like, oh, does anyone know of any cool coffee shops like going down to Portland or in Portland?
It's all part of the plan.
And so like I get a DM from Brandon and he's telling me some coffee shop, and I just thought he was like trying to be nice, and I was like, oh, thank you so much, you know, but I was like, oh, he DM'd me. I was like kind of excited. But anyways, like from there we kind of like just kept talking and
okay, but the reason I didn't, okay, here's the thing about DMs.
He like, DM'd me and I was sliding to my DMs.
So I was just answering the question, and just to put it into perspective, she had no idea if I was just being a friend or if I actually was into her, because she asked her sister, I don't know if he's into me or if he's just being nice. And so that was like my sly way of like not being just the like regular guy that was like, hey, want to go grab coffee? Or like, what's your favorite color? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I couldn't like tell, you know, because like some guys actually do just want to tell you like, oh, this is a really good coffee shop. And so I didn't want to be like, oh, he's totally like, hitting on me right now.
Fun fact, first date I started doing a bunch of different accents.
I know, and he's like, you want to see my accent? And I was like, sure. But he's actually like really good.
No.
Also, fun fact, I went to a New Year's party at his apartment like before I even knew you. Mm-hmm. But like I went with my other friend there and like he wasn't even there. And I was just kind of like, it's weird looking back and I'm like, I went to a New Year's party at this guy's house that I'm gonna marry, you know?
Right. Okay, so that was a good, like, kind of intro, but, so here's the truth. The truth is that, you know, I thought she was...
He over-exaggerates, so you can probably take my side of the story.
But who doesn't like an over-exaggerator because it makes stories that much more funny.
Yeah.
So pretty much, I friended her on Facebook because I thought she was super hot, and if you follow her on Instagram, you probably think she's super hot, too, so... yeah, I'm trying to gain some brownie points right now. But yeah, no, I thought she was super hot. Friended her on Facebook. She friended me back, and then I followed her on Instagram. She followed me, and she was starting this blog, and so she was asking about where the coffee shops were. So, you know, that's true. I did DM her, and I told her where a coffee shop was. But the little part she left out was that...
Oh, no, you're gonna say
yeah, no, I think that was when she sent me her number and said, here's my number.
Okay.
Just so you have it.
Literally, okay. Okay.
But she was trying to be nice.
Do that. I like have never done that before.
That's what they all say. I never do DMs.
Okay.
I never do that. Okay. I'm never the girl. I'm gonna let her talk.
Okay.
Can't guarantee it's gonna be dry.
Like, we were talking like forever over DMs and it was just getting kind of annoying. Like, okay, like I think we've gotten to that point. Like, do you just want to text and make it easier? Like, I didn't even mean to like make it like I didn't even mean to make it like I was like super ahead of you, but
here's my number. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I was actually super jacked. You can ask my friend Shaddai. I was pretty happy when she sent me her number. So just playing it off like a tough guy, you know?
So anyways, that's how we met. Just like a short little
Let me guess.
intro.
Next question is, when are you having babies?
Oh, that is one of the questions actually on here. Okay, when do y'all plan on having babies?
Y'all.
Not for a very, very, very long time. Unless God really wants me to have a baby in there, it ain't happening.
Yeah, God willing. But other than that, we really like traveling.
Yeah.
We really like going out to eat. All of our friends give us a ton of crap because we're at happy hour.
My number one
at
hobby,
a different spot.
Yeah,
like, what do you like to do? We're like, not camping, not sleeping on the ground. Like, we like happy hour though. We fish at Safeway, we camp at the Hilton, the Marriott, the W, the Hyatt in there, you know?
Stop. Okay. But in all seriousness, I don't think we'll be having babies until like I'm like 26.
393
I'm 22 right
square
now.
foot studio, and babies are not made for the studio.
It's not made for this.
It might be practice, but not made.
Stop, I can't. Okay, but anyways, not for like 5 years or, you know, unless it happens. But okay, next question.
Yeah. Hey, you want to see something? It's birth control.
Oh my gosh, my God.
There's no lines here. Anything goes.
We're not doing a video ever again. Just kidding. Hey, do you remember the first conversation y'all had with each other? We kind of already answered. Alright, did we answer that?
Yeah, first conversation was at church. I asked her to come to happy hour with me, and she said yes, and that was super awesome.
Yeah, I was so nervous too. I think we went to Joey, right? Did you guys live together before getting married / engaged? No.
Your dad would have killed me.
I don't know.
So we did not live together before we were married. You know, faith is a big part of our life, and you know, just we believe that, you know, want to live a life and a relationship centered on Jesus, and so you know, with no sex before marriage, living together would make that very difficult.
Yeah, probably
and so we chose not to do that.
Yeah, so we both waited for each other and waited until marriage to have sex.
Yeah, and it was something that, you know, growing up, we both wanted to wait for that special someone and save it for them. Just we believed it was like super important, and so we think like living together would have made it like that much more difficult to, you know, not have sex, and so, or to have sex.
Yeah,
would have made it that much difficult to have sex, and so, you know, we just chose to not do that.
Yeah, so that kind of answers that one. How did the financial stuff work out? Him, not me. Don't look at me.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of the saver, and she's kind of the spender.
I'm definitely the spender. And
she's
like,
made me more of a spender though. We just booked a trip to where are we going?
Greece, Croatia, Montenegro, and Venice.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. But yeah, he does most of the financial stuff.
We both like really love, you know, eating out, going on vacation, and so we kind of like live a pretty normal life. We're pretty normal, goofy, and, you know, kind of funny, but, you know, we just love spending our money on that type of stuff.
Yeah,
so we're pretty similar in that sense.
I'd say finances hasn't been like too hard for us. So next question. How old were you when you started dating, and how old were you when you got married? I was 21 when we started.
Yeah, she was 21. I was 23.
And I think I was 20 when we started dating, and then when we got married, I was 21.
Right.
Because you were there for my 21st birthday. But yeah, and it also asks, how long were you guys engaged for? We only dated for a year, and then got engaged, I think, like 5 months later. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. We just wanted a short engagement, obviously. I mean, we couldn't live together or anything. So, there's one. How was long distance? Did you enjoy Oregon? Did you guys save yourself before marriage? Did you feel like you guys are getting married too young? Long distance and Oregon. I liked seeing a new place. I really did like Portland, and I really enjoyed the people I met there, and that I got to help out my sister nannying. But it was a really, really hard season, and really tough, like being in love. And even though we saw each other every weekend, I would drive up every weekend. It was still really difficult, and wouldn't suggest it to anyone. So yeah, we made it through, but it was definitely not like the most fun thing in the world.
Totally, yeah. I mean, when we went on our first date, she was like, yeah, I'm moving to Portland. And she was like, you know, do you still like want to do this? You know, we talked about it later on, if dating was going to be something we were going to do. And I was like, of course. And, you know, I didn't think that we were too young to get married. Just felt like it was where God was leading us. And, you know, no matter what the world says, I think that, you know, when you feel it from God, you can't shake it.
Yeah, well, what I was saying is, like, I was shocked because I think on our third date, like, after I had told him and everything that I was moving to Portland, I was shocked that, like, he was like, do you want to do long distance? I was like, who is this guy? Like, he wants to do long distance with me, and I'm, like, moving away. Totally. But, yeah, it just really showed me, like, how committed he was, and he actually told me, I think, on our first or second date that he wasn't going to kiss me until he loved me, and I just, like, really respected how serious he was with our relationship, and just, like, how much he respected me as a person, and, yeah, I just thought it was really cool, so...
Yeah, like for me, I always told like my buddies and my dad that, you know, like when I meet the right girl, like I'll be serious and like I'll be all in. And I totally felt that with Nicole, and you know that's why I told her that, you know, I didn't want to kiss her until I loved her, and I wanted to wait, you know, until marriage, and you know I didn't want to live together. I think that would make it much harder, and just different steps we did along the way, you know, totally set us up for the marriage that we're at right now.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this one's for me. When did you know he was the one you wanted to marry? Well, honestly, did we break up after Hawaii or before? I think we broke up
after Hawaii.
So I thought that I wanted to marry him when we went to Hawaii together the first time. I think it was like 6 months into our relationship.
Yeah.
And like... I knew I wanted to marry him, and I remember telling my mom on the trip, I was like, I really think I want to marry him. I feel like spending a few days with someone like nonstop, you kind of know whether you're like, this person drives me crazy, or like, I could live with this guy forever. Wow, I had to cut Brandon's part out of that real fast.
I said something
there's some parts. Yeah, I'm just kidding. But anyways, so then when we got back, we actually ended up breaking up. And so I wasn't sure at that point.
Yeah, I said something stupid, believe it or not.
No, it's so sweet. But it was like a really hard week after we broke up, and I was kind of like debating, are we going to get back together and like just make this work kind of and get married or stay apart? And totally. I think we knew like after that week of being broken up, like we literally could not live without each other. We were so pathetic. Like, I think 2 days into the week of our break, we were like, we can't do this, we gotta get back together.
Right. So, no, I remember like I called your dad and I was like, yeah. Mr. Davis, Mike, like, do you think that I'm gonna get back together with Nicole? And he's like, I don't know.
And he's like, I don't know.
It could go either way. And I'm like, oh.
I was like talking to my dad too on the other end. I was like, do you think that I should get back together with Brandon? He's like, it's your choice. I mean, yeah, you know.
He's like, you know, he's messed up 3 times. You know, 3 strikes, you're out, huh?
I know. I was like, who says that? That's so sad. But nope, we ended up getting back together anyway. So that's actually the last of the questions.
Bam.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you maybe found out something new about us that you didn't know. And
Carlson's are.
we're out.